indemnify themselves and repay I for all the atrocities that was committed against the global African family. And then, in that sense, with that filled void, I will be happy. So instead of clutching on to the wealth and reforming the system and giving you handouts and promoting your job and giving you a car and sending to the university, you can get into the subjects you want, you can go into the educational system so easy, but then when you graduate, where's the job now? Can you move up into corporate society? What can you do with all that qualification and education you get? So they create that void trying to appease you. But when you check it out, you might have 2-3 degrees. How can you sustain a family? So you have to juggle 1 and 2 jobs here and there that I've seen. So it is a conscience call, but the call is on their side because they have a responsibility to give back what they have taken, educationally, materially, and to get out, you see, and stop fooling the people. Because Africa still have great resources. And as Africa ways its creators, we are still here, trying to organize ourselves to claim what is actually ours.
See. So I assume when you're saying they, you mean white people.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's see if we could, juggle the specifics as to how some of what we're dealing with today is what ancestry was dealing with yesterday and the day before that.
Sure.
Because it hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't changed.
All right. I was just telling you that all around 1834, 33, whenever around that period of time, you had all these abolitionists, they call them, the John Brown and the Thaddeus Stevens and all them guys. They're making noise, so they didn't really want to pay England.
Sure.
But some of these guys were Americans.
Of course.
They didn't want to pay England their taxes. So they start bitching about stuff and whatever. And the English lord and them over there say, you know what, we got to do something about this. You see what I'm saying? So they decide to write this Emancipation Proclamation. See, they decide to write that. But in writing the Emancipation Proclamation, there was also hatching another plan. You see, another plan for how they could get that work done.
Sure.
You see?
Sure. So they created something else.
Well, they had to come up with an answer because, John Brown over there was not too happy because he was killing off white people.
See.
You see? We have this crazy white man running around wherever he was, killing off white people.
So they created a deception of punishing their own people.
That, and they created the new slavery called indentured laboring.
See.
You see?
See.
Now, they decided in 1836 to shut down, make the Emancipation Proclamation, but 2 years after that, they started the indentureship program coming from Calcutta to the West Indies. In so doing, they would stop over there in South Africa and pick up African passengers. Now, they don't really talk about that in history.
No, they don't.
They don't really tell us much about that kind of thing because we're supposed to know or we're supposed to not know. You see, so they try to hide it really well.
See,
but there's documents, there's historical information that we have that we could prove all these things. You see.
Of course.
You see, they did the same thing to the Aborigines over there in New Zealand and in Australia. See?
Of course, because even in Jamaica, if the information didn't leak out, say through the ones in the kitchen, through the house slaves, hearing the master reading the documents or conversing with his friends when they come by and realize that, hell, slavery was abolished a long time, but the master knew, and he was biding his time to get more work out of those on the plantation. And with that knowledge, it triggers the rebellion in Jamaica, in the sense that we can't tolerate this life. So now, the natives start to plot. Sam Sharp and those ones who are down there start their plot and say, we're brethren, this thing is all right. We're free. They are holding the paperwork trying to get more out of us, so we cannot sit down any longer, so people get rebellious. But in any system, there are ways and means to quell rebellion, because you have to have an internal rebellion, so that rebellion become external. That's it. So you started reasoning, weighing the facts, getting information, and say, what is the move now? Because they say we are free. So you create house slaves, which is another way to trap you back, or give you a plot of land to plant. But you only can grow enough crops for your family, so you still have to beg money and have banks and all those things. All these things are created to take back your money or lend you some money. So you still, even when you work, you have to pay back more than what you work, so you have to borrow back from somebody else. So it's always in debt.
Well, that's what they do. They free you. They free you, but they leave you with that thing called debt.
Debt.
You see?
Yeah.
So they saddle you with this debt, and they just, you're going to be in that forever, because they're going to keep designing ways and means so that you don't get out of that,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because look on it this way.
You see?
You pay a bill today, another bill come tomorrow. If you don't pay, you get a phone call. Your bill due. You don't pay. You don't pay your car, you lose it. So how many jobs can you cope with? And when you get older, what you end up into a home? And you have a dream, say, boy, I may reach one time now, what happened now? Or a heart attack take you, or you do something serious to yourself. The system set up that way. And that's why the liberation force is so good, because viewing Africa, look on the continent, look on the land, look on the benefits. Who is there taking out all that wealth? If you can say, I and I, we won't go down there. That's it. So you see,
yeah, well, you see, the thing is too, and I was going to tell you, we don't have the luxury of dreaming, because we have too much job,
Mental jobs, physical jobs.
No, we just get too much job, man. We get to go, park the car, we get to go sell whatever, we just got to go do something else.
Pick up the kids and
no,
stuff.
beside that, we got to go pick up the kids.
If we're lucky to have them.
If we have time. If we have time, and if we have them, and all kinds of drama going on.
Some of us choose not to have any because of the trap set. So you can make your children suffer, but then the kids are nation building, so we encourage to have children.
But the thing is, if we don't come out of this mess, right? If we don't come out of this mess, we're going to be saddled with toilet paper. We're going to be buying toilet paper for the rest of our life. And by that, I mean personally that we're going to be just working, the children coming out, they go to work, they get better education. That's what they say, better education. But I don't see how white man could educate any dark people on the earth with a proper education, personally. Now, I don't see that.
No.
I don't see that.
Technically speaking, what he should have done is to educate the black populace on the evils that he have done to the African nation.
Well,
so
now
about him.
Now you're starting to dream, because that ain't gonna happen. You know that.
We have to make it happen.
Well, you see,
it's a work.
You see, we get nightmares, Jed.
Well, that's a dream. I would agree.
Man, well, no, it's not a dream. We can make that a reality.
That's true.
Because you see, we have marching orders.
Serious orders.
We have marching orders. But what we don't have, everybody going, we want unity, we want this.
So therefore, educate us about Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
So we say Christopher Columbus is a damn blasted liar. He can't discover a place where people at, man.
Well, even beside that, he can't discover, that's like a dumb thing.
So we
know that.
That's the education.
We see through that one. We see through that one. But here's the deal. He can't tell me that he thought the world was flat either. Because you know what? He was a sailor. And he used to travel the west coast of Africa, going around to India, China. He used to, so you telling me it's only white people used to travel? That's what they're telling me, When we have historical and what they call archaeological facts.
True. See?
Them tell of we people over here. So you tell me, when Columbus stopped for a little break, maybe say in Cote d'Ivoire or one of them,